what exactly should I speak? Because I was given 5 minutes to speak about the state of agriculture in Malawi, and also looking at the audience that I'm seeing here, I'm seeing that most of us were aware of most of the things that are happening in the state, in the agriculture sector in Malawi. But of course, I would just say one or two things in terms of the importance of agriculture, the economy, and how it is contributing to food security. When you look at the trend of agriculture development in Malawi, we may say something else is happening in terms of growth. But the growth of agriculture in Malawi, in most cases, it may be, in my case, is on how much it is contributing to food security. Now, if each and every year we have got a food deficit, I have a problem to appreciate that our agriculture is transforming, our agriculture is changing. I was listening to the news, and one of the journalists was asking me in terms of why we don't have maize in the silos as of now. Adinal does not have maize, and the government is planning of importing. The first thing that came into my mind is the failure that agriculture is probably having to deal with this problem. Now, when you look at agriculture in Malawi in general, there are basically 5 things that I look at. I look at issues of production and productivity. I look at issues of markets and marketing. I look at issues of agricultural services. Here we're talking about extension, credit, and all those. I look at issues of institutions. We have got all these policies. How are we managing them? I believe that if we look at these things and see how we can work them together, we could be able to deal with most of the challenges. When I was reading the National Economic Report, it is indicating that the agriculture sector grew only by 0.9% in 2018. So this was against a projected growth of about 5% or so. And the reason that were given was that there was challenges to do with rainfall, for Ameweng, cyclone Idai, and all those things. This points to the fact that our agriculture is, as it is predominant to the rainfall, it is at the mercy of the weather. And I believe that the Minister of Agriculture, Pearson, and the colleagues, they have taken note of such a thing. And when you look at the contribution of agriculture to the GDP, the past 20 years, the past 3, 4, 5 years, on average it has been about 27.3%. So this marks the point to the importance of the sector, despite the fact that it is facing all these challenges. And in terms of employment, almost 2/3 of the population is involved in one way or another. That is as part of the agricultural food system, but also in primary production. So agriculture is very important. It's a very important sector to our country. And when you talk about agriculture, of course, the emphasis in terms of investment has mainly been on the crop sector, where about 17% of the GDP goes to the crop sector, and much of it is through the farm input subsidy program. And when you look at the whole scope of agricultural production, about 80.5% is for investment in the forestry, and 2.7% is on fisheries. So despite the great potential that we have as a country to diversify to other crops, the thing that we have been talking, I think, for the past few years, and strategies for diversification have been put in place. But maize still remains the main crop for this country. And this means, as I've already pointed out, is being blown under unfair situations. And it's facing all these challenges. So we are talking about food insecurity in this country. Mainly we were talking about the failure in the growth of maize, where maize is accounting for almost over 50% of all the cultivated land in this country. When you talk about funding, agriculture receives much of the funding from the budget. This year there was an allocation, an official allocation of about 120 billion. That's from the budget. I know that if we combine that with the NGOs, it could be much more than that. We have been saying that Malawi will have been surpassing the cut-up threshold of 10%. Fine and good, but if you look at how that funding has been distributed, much of it, as I said, is going to fiscal and going to the crop subsidy. And in terms of institutions, the agriculture sector is being governed by about 25 or so pieces of policy documents. So these are overarching policy documents, talk of sectoral and also sub-sectoral documents. But on the overall, we have the National Agriculture Policy, which is being implemented through the NIPE. And the goal of the NIPE is to achieve a sustainable transformation that will result in significant growth of the agriculture sector. The NIPE is a 5-year program, and it's pegged at about $3.2 billion for it to be achieved. It has got 4 pillars or 4 programs, looking at policies, institutions, looking at resilience and production systems, production and productivity, and also on issues of markets. Well, I could have said more, but I was given only 5 minutes for this. But as I said, this is a topic that is so close to my heart. When you talk about agriculture and agricultural production, it's something else that I like talking about. But just to give an overview of the sector and also maybe a background to what my colleague Catherine is going to be sharing.